what are 1099s versus W-9s? I always get that confused. I can never remember what the difference is.
Yeah, it's so funny that they named it the forms. I don't know if that was coincidence or if there's a numbering logic behind that, that the 1099s and the W-9s are related to the same process. So a W-9 is what you receive from your independent contractor that provides you with the information that you need in order to file their 1099. So you, the business owner, will file the 1099 using the information from their W-9. So the W-9 is a basic information form. It gives you their address, their tax identification number, and tells you their tax entity structure. So for example, it tells you if they're an LLC or a C corporation, a partnership, or an S corporation. And that information is critical to you filing the 1099. So the W-9, again, is what the contractor needs to give you.
Yeah.
So anyone that you work with in your business who's providing services to you should be providing their W-9 form. And in fact, this is the one piece that's critical for every business owner to know, even if you're outsourcing the process to someone like myself. You have to make sure somebody on your team is responsible for retrieving that W-9 for everyone, from everyone that you pay. Okay. Because what happens is if you wait until the end of the year, like right around now, a lot of folks are going out to their contractors and they're saying, hey, I need your W-9 form. Right. And sometimes we're getting crickets. Sometimes it's like, well, you've already paid me. Our work is done. Why do I need to provide this to you? And that's a sad reality that we face. They do need to provide it. It is required by law. But sometimes, we're stuck as the enforcers, and that's just doesn't always happen.
You can't call the police on them. I'm just kidding. And that was actually a question I had too, is what happens if the contractor doesn't want to provide that W-9?
Yeah. So if somebody doesn't provide a W-9, the first thing is to document in writing that you've requested it twice, right? So send an email at least 2 times asking for that form. And if they don't provide the form, I would literally print that email to your files and save it in lieu of the W-9. So that's like kind of your backup to say that you weren't the one at fault here. But then you will want to file your Form 1099 with as much information as you have. So hopefully you do have a mailing address for your contractor, so that you can still provide that information to the IRS. You would use what you know about the entity. If you have their formal business name, you would want to use that. If you know they were operating as an individual, you would use that. With their address. And if you don't have that tax ID number, you would file it with zeros. It's the best you can do, unfortunately.